fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Browns and the Ravens on Thursday night.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. David Ojabo running in to take him down. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they regrouped defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
You look at this Browns defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 31 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Second down and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's where you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. On second down, a run with Dobbins.
A nice little juke, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And again, touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
David Ojabo, his second sack of the night. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And they will take over 1st and 10. With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and 1 from the 2. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Watson off play action. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Watson on 1st down. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Browns 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd and 5.
Jackson now. He's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
149 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman.
It's caught at the 10. touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 54 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
42, round 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now Watson. That is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
1st down, Browns.
They'll drop to throw. This complete to David Bell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Watson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, 31!
Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it in 2nd down.
they'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
But that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here is 3rd and 5. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dobbins running out of the gun. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Open man here is Conklin. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Browns first down.
Hey, 31.
To throw is Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
49. Browns 21.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 181 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points.
Breaks a tackle now, Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board.
And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason.
There he goes, right side. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. One last throw here for Watson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.